and welcome to the launch of Bad Romance. It is the second in the Romance is Dead trilogy and released today. So we did want to do a fancy setting, a romantic lake, somewhere really pretty, but it is pissing down outside, and so we are here in our bedroom. Gothic paradise. So for those of you who celebrate Valentine's, happy Valentine's. For those of you who don't celebrate, how much money you have saved yourself today by not buying flowers that are going to die within 3 days anyway. And really, Valentine's was started with St. Valentine being beheaded, so we should be
after he was beaten with clubs.
So we should be giving each other severed heads instead.
And pounding the life out of each other with baseball bats. So that's how we should be celebrating Valentine's, and instead of giving each other the severed heads of flowers. At least they're blood coloured.
Yeah. And roses are generally used in love spells anyway, to trick the other person into falling in love with you. So when someone gives you a rose, they're not like, you know, here's a rose, how nice, it's a flower. It's, here's a rose, now you are under my spell. Ha ha. Kind of creepy.
Very creepy. And get pricked by the thorn, so you bleed anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to read some extracts from the 3 stories of Bad Romance, and then we'll answer some questions at the end. Okay. The first story is stars Cupid, a very incompetent Cupid. He's been in this business a long time. He's jaded. He doesn't really believe in love, and this is his story. My Bloody Valentine. I absent-mindedly shot 2 cashiers behind the counter. Customers stared as their ardent encounter led to them stumbling around as they tried kissing and undressing simultaneously, getting tangled in their aprons. Screams rang out across Starbucks as a guy put his hand out to steady himself and got it caught in the coffee blender. Terrified customers fled as blood and bones splattered his apron, the counter, and his playmate's exposed bra. I grimaced. Guess they won't be going back to his for coffee. Health and safety will hear of this, Evos hissed, rising to tend to the shrieking man as he clutched his shredded hand. I wish they wouldn't cry. It made the atmosphere awkward for everyone.
This one is following a previous character from Gun Down Romance, except art is about to become very gruesome. This is still life. They don't notice me. The artist photographing the way the sun filters through the trees, creating monsters from harmless shadows, photographing birds, flowers, dogs playing, families, the kissing couple sitting on their coats near the woods, his fingers sliding under her top to stroke her breast when he thinks nobody is watching, her fingers inching towards his groin as they tease each other with what they want but can't have. They don't notice me. They never do. Some people are meant to stand out, others are meant to blur into the background like a good depth of field to help the focus of life's image to shine. She laughs softly as his fingers explore higher. Her blouse moves as he cups her breast, stroking it with his thumb. She slides her hand between his legs, smiling seductively as she caresses him where no one can see. Their lips meet in a bruising encounter. Do you want to go somewhere private? He murmurs against her neck. She nods and they venture into the woods. A shiver of excitement ripples through me. They don't know what fate awaits them, with prying eyes can't see.
Okay, and the final story is about a bride who was murdered on her wedding day and now takes revenge on unfaithful couples on their wedding days. Kill the bride. His suit plummeted from the wardrobe door, the plastic covering crinkling as it landed. Crimson liquid seeped from its pose. Oh yes, crinkling.
Crinkling.
Crinkling. It's like crinkling and twinkling. Okay, sorry. we can cut it after I say kill the fire, can't we?
Yeah.
No.
That's you.
Camera's rolling.
His suit plummeted from the wardrobe door, the plastic covering crinkling as it landed. Crimson liquid seeped from its folds, bloodstains blossoming on the white shirt. He swore, leapt out of bed and snatched at the suit. It was spotless. He wearily dressed, a chilly breeze caressing his skin. An empty condom wrapper skittered off the bed. He scooped it up and stuffed it in the bin. As he tweaked his hair, someone hummed the wedding march. He glanced in the mirror. A bride stood behind him, scarlet tears streaking her face. A wilted bouquet dangled from her hand. Her other hand held a knife, which dripped blood onto the hem of her dress. Her raven hair was matted under her veil. He whirled around. The crumpled bed sheets resembled the fallen bride. As he left the room, a black petal floated to the floor. Technically, no, it's just second in the trilogy. It's a follow-up to Gun and Dem Romance. Only one of the stories is a sequel.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know.
Only, do you know what you reminded me of?
Homer.
Dean Lerner. No, Dean Lerner from Garth Marenghi. Garth Marenghi, whenever he delivers a line, he goes, he looks his sides. He's like looking at people off screen. He's like,
Get that.
cat what? What's the next question?
Do any of the characters from Gun and Dem Romance make a return?
I don't know, you wrote the book.
They do. Trey from Till Death Us Do Part makes a return. For those
In
of you,
still life.
in still life, yeah. For those of you who haven't read Gun and Dem Romance, shame on you. Go and buy it now. Trey,
You'll have no idea who Trey is.
yeah, exactly. You missed out on his amazing
Development.
yeah.
Evolution.
In
the
Gun and Dem,
current serial killer terms.
yeah, in Gun and Dem Romance, Trey had the macabre hobby involving mannequins, and this is a year on, and he has evolved into a macabre hobby involving art exhibitions.
But if you want to know whether Sol has escaped the mannequin fate of Trey's previous lovers, you're going to have to read it to find out. You won't get the secrets from us.
Not that we know of, however, we have sent out love spoons, so we fully expect them this year.
But we'd like some credit, please, because otherwise you're just plagiarising us.
And well, we don't obviously want the police knocking on our door, but you know, we would like people to know that it was from our imagination. So if you do feel like
we're not encouraging it.
No.
We don't want people to go out and do that.
however, it might help our book sales. Yes, people, please note, love spoons are for decorative purposes only, and not for scooping out your lover's heart. It's just,
That was just our invention.
it was.
Yes, Romance is Dead will be the third one out in 2014. And then we're hoping to bring them out in print in 2015.
So we're going to
It's a
put
trilogy.
the trilogy together in one print book, and bring that out February 2015. We might put a bonus story in it. Yeah, we might not.
Whether any characters return in Romance is Dead, we don't know yet. We haven't written the stories.
We
so-
didn't even know Trey was making a comeback in Bad Romance till after he'd written the story, and we were like, God damn it, this is Trey.
Yeah, it was like he was talking to us going, what the hell are you doing? This is my story, that's my voice. That's my story. We were like, No, it's not. You're not coming back, Trey. Get out. You were a one-hit wonder. We're sorry about that. And he was like, I don't think so. So he elbowed his way back in, and then we had to rewrite the story to include him because he refused to shut up about it. And we were like, well, it's either give him a story or silence him in front. You can make money off him instead. Yeah, probably suitable for over 18. So actually, it's not as much. There's nowhere near as much sex in this book. Actually, blood.
Yeah, there's hardly any. In Game Time Romance, there's quite a bit of sex and blood and.
It's not much at all, and it's not a lot of blood either. So a lot less gory than Game Time Romance.
Yeah. But it might put you off wedding, so we will be saving you at least 20 grand. So
Yeah, you can thank us
yeah,
by buying the book.
Yeah.
Might put you off heart exhibitions too. And definitely put you off Cupid.
Oh god, yeah. Oh.
You will be buying armour and shields to dodge his arrows.
Oh, Cupid is going to get such a bad reputation once we're finished with him. As soon as people see him, they're going to shoot him out of the sky. Yeah, like a terrorist threat.
I think he'll sue us for libel.
We'll just turn him into stone and make a nice water feature out of him in the garden.
Yeah. The blood for victims.
Yeah. It's kind of a little bit metallic-y,
Yeah,
but it goes down quite nice. So.
Yeah, it does the job.
Yeah.
That's what keeps us so youthful looking.
We're actually 100.
Mm.
But we look good for our age. This is probably why we like castles and that.
Yeah.
We just live through the ages.
We remember living in them.
Yeah, and you know, we are really pale and we do have fangs. They're just natural pointy teeth, but so if you don't want to end up in our goblet, just don't annoy us, cause
And buy the book.
yeah, if you don't buy the book, you know, to be you next year.
Fizzy then. It's a load of commercialised crap, really. It's sort of not a lot of thought goes into it. Like generally, you know, guys will go out, buy some Wilton roses from the garage forecourt, Chocolate,
yeah,
teddy bears.
chocolates, teddy bears. It's just like, really, is that it? Someone give me a teddy bear, kick him in the balls. We don't like teddy bears, but it's like no thought goes into it. It's just this random stuff on the shelf. That'll do, and like then a lot of women will put their entire relationship, will evaluate their entire relationship based on this one shallow day. If he forgets to get her a card or forgets to get her a present, that is it, he's dumped. What about the rest of the year? It is not just about this one day, it should be about what people do for you throughout the year instead of bowing to shops' pressure of if you're not given presents on Valentine's Day, your relationship is over, you are a failure, you are ugly, no one likes you, bugger off back to the sewers. It's just, no one wants to look at your face.
And also, it used to be, well, years ago, it used to be people would give each other cards to those they wanted to be their Valentine. It was be my Valentine.
Yeah, it was a whole sort of secret thing. You had to guess who the card was from.
And now what has happened? Couples have hijacked it. I'm sorry. You get anniversaries. If you might get 2 anniversaries. You get your wedding anniversary. If you got kids, you get Mother's or Father's Day as well. What do us singletons get? Bugger up birthdays.
Oh yeah. Other than that, bugger all. You know, your partner might buy flowers and that for you throughout the year. Will do stuff for you throughout the year. Stop hijacking everyone else's holidays. I think it's time we claim it back to the singletons. I say, if you see someone you like, you stalk them, you give them the card, you creep them out, and we take it back from the couples.
Yeah. It's about the secrecy and
Without the
And
secrecy, where's the fun?
And celebrate.
That's why spies are so popular.
Yeah, it is about celebrating a man who was beaten with clubs and beheaded, not couples.
Yeah.
It's like Guy Fawkes Night. You know, we celebrate Guy Fawkes Night by burning his effigy on a bonfire.
We celebrate a failed terrorist plot.
So we should celebrate St. Valentine's by getting dummies, beating it, and then cutting its head off. You know, it's good enough for Guy Fawkes. It should be good enough for St. Valentine's.
Exactly.
Okay, so thanks for coming to the launch of Bad Romance.
I forgot what I was going to say. Bugger. Yeah, help yourself to some cake or some biscuits and
How are people going to eat cake and biscuits through the internet?
You can pretend. You can eat your own damn cake and biscuits.
we can't afford to supply refreshments, God. So we're going to be playing some anti-Valentine songs.
Excuse the banging. That's obvious.
Yeah.
Trying to get out. Just ignore him and he'll shut up.
We're going to tase him later, quieten him down. He'll be right soon.
He knew we were filming this.
I know.
I told him to be quiet.
He's doing this deliberately. Alright. Don't make us get the cattle prod out. So we're going to be playing some anti-Valentine songs later. We'll be hanging out online in the event. They usually end up getting a bit chaotic. Pillow fights break out. Someone always gets hurt, even though it's online.
Yeah, I think the best song to start with would be Bad Romance.
But not the Lady Gaga version. We found a much better version. It's a sort of punk cover version, but we can never remember what the band is called, so. But it's much better.